How's it going, guys? It's your boy Rack, back at it again with another banger video on Grand Peace Online. So pretty much what I'm doing today is something that I said I do Tuesday or Monday, and it's Friday now. I'm pretty much doing a tier list on Grand Peace Online for all the devil fruits. And it's not going to be like a PvP tier list, you know, grinding mobs or bosses or whatever. It's for like worth in the trading, like trading sense, you know, like what can you get from Merrell in trading or whatever, you know. And I haven't really seen many people do this, and all the other ones are, if they have done it, it's like super old. Like people are using tier lists that I can't even speak. High is like S tier, like that is just brain dead ridiculous, and then people block me after they say I'm wrong. So I'm here to say what fruits are what. I'm adding belly and bounty into the mix, so I'm putting those in here as well. I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion of what is what, and then in the comments down below you guys can tell me what you guys think or whatever, you know, whatnot. But anyways guys, let's get right into the tier list. Alright guys, so pretty much how this is going to work, I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Kind of like Drake, you know? No, I'm kidding. So we're going to go from like uncommons or whatever it is, common, rare, legendary, mythical, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go that way, right? So at the very bottom, I'm going to go with Suke. I have scarring on my brain. 30 years from now, if I'm not even playing Roblox, I probably won't 30 years from now. But if I am, this thing is going to be engraved in my brain. I'm going to put this at F tier, right? This fruit is so bad. It can't even get any Pelly or Bounty. It's just, you know, it's kind of like a flex now, right? It's pretty much just like a flex. Be like, hey, I've got 20 Sukes. It's more of a flex than a fruit now, right? It's just ridiculous on how many I've gotten compared to others. And like I seen somebody in Discord counting how many Sukes they've had. They've gotten 116 in a row without getting any other fruit. I don't know if that's true or not. They said it, but that's how ridiculous Suke is. If you guys have not played this game, you only get Suke. Alright, now we're on to the rares, because there's only one common in the game so far. So we're at Berry, Bomu, and Merrell. This is Merrell, if you guys don't know. I just couldn't find any other pictures that were small enough, so I picked this one. So Berry, let's go for Berry first. So I'd put Berry at, it'd either be D or E tier. I'd probably put it at E tier. Now the reason why I put Berry at E tier is because it makes it so trading wise, not many people want it. It's been out in the game for a really long time. I think Berry has been out more than any other rare in this game, so people already had a head start on it when the other fruits came out. It's worth the lowest amount of Pelly and Bounty combined. So if you were going to trade Belly and Bounty, you need less of it to trade for a Berry than you do for a Bomu or a Merrell, alright? So that's why I'm putting Berry at E tier. Now I'm going to put Bomu at D tier. If there was in between, if there was a letter between D and F, or no, D and F, that's E. If there was a letter between E and D, I would put a Bomu there, but since it's I just rounding it up to D, since it's closer to D than it is to E. So I'm putting Bomu there because it's newer, and a lot more people want it because it's more, it has more attacks than Berry, so people rank that a little bit higher. And I guess people say that it's harder to get than Berry. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, a rare is a rare. There's not different percentages per rare. But I have definitely gotten Bomu more than Berry. So I'm going to put that one at D. And then now we're at Merrell right now. So Merrell, this is either a D or a C. I'm going to put it at D. Because C tier, I don't think this is worth C tier at all right now. I really don't think it is. The price of it has definitely plummeted than it did when I made that one video. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can go check that out. It was me pretty much telling people that people are overpricing Merrell. People wanted a Logia for Merrell, and Merrell is a freaking rare. What are you going to get from that? A legendary and a rare? There's a huge difference there. But I'm placing it at D tier right now because if you guys don't know, I know this is not going to be PvP based, but I'm just saying this hypothetically. So you guys know how Pika got a huge nerf. I'm a Pika user. It really took a toll on me. Flying was nerfed. Jewels of Light was nerfed. A lot of moves on the Pika, Devil Fruit was nerfed, right? And it was mainly nerfed for PvP. everybody always talks about Merrell, how good it is at PvP in this game. That's like, hey, Merrell is worth a legendary because it's great at PvP. If Pika gonna nerf that bad because of PvP, what do you think Merrell is gonna get? People can do like insane infinite combos with it. So I am 100% sure that this rare right here is going to get a nerf soon, and that is why I'm putting it at D tier. Alright guys, so that's why I'm putting it at D tier. Now I guess I'll move on to Berry and Bounty. So, Max Bounty, alright, so I'd put Max Bounty probably at a D tier, so I'm going to put both of these at max. I'm going to put Max Bounty here, and then I'm going to put Max Belly here, alright? So, the reason why I put Bounty and Belly here is because Bounty is worth more than Belly. So, I'd say 1,000 Bounty is worth, well, it's based on demand of the person, whoever wants it. So I'd probably rank it from 10 to 25k per 1,000. And 30,000 of that definitely is more than, 350,000. So that's why I rank Bounty higher than Pelly, but Pelly is really easy to get in this game. It really is. I mean, I got like 150k just by grinding Marines for a stream. That's how easy it is to get. And since it's so easy, I mean, it's definitely better than a Suke, but since it's so easy to get, that's why I put it at E tier. But you can combine both of these to be able to get to one of these. You can easily do that, trust me, guys. It's definitely possible. Some people don't want to do it, but it's definitely possible. So anything that are in the same brackets, you can trade for. So you can trade a Berry, Pelly, you can trade some Bounty for a Bomu, or a, Merrell. Or you can do a Belly, or you can do Belly, Berry, Bomu for a Merrell, you know, etc. You guys get what I'm saying. Like, everything in here you can exchange for each other. That's what I'm trying to make it. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I know I'm bad at explaining sometimes, but let's move on to the, like, legendaries. So, if you guys don't know, there's, 5 Logias? Yeah, there's 5 Logias in legendary tier was what I mean. I know there's more than that, but I'm saying legendary tier. So Mera and High are in the low tier of Logias. So they're the 2 lowest, and then the main 3 are Magu, Pika, and Goro. So these ones I'm gonna say are B tier. I'm gonna skip C tier because they're definitely not C tier. They're a little bit higher than that. So these guys are worth the exact same. I'm not gonna be with you guys and say Merrell is worth the High because High is trash. They're worth the exact same. Like, I'm just going on, like, rarity and stuff. A Merrell is way easier to get than a freaking Logia. Seriously, guys. I don't understand why people keep saying that. People are still saying that in chat. And I literally messaged them a whole paragraph of why I think they're not. Then they blocked me. But anyways, it's not. Like, if you look at the statistics-wise, you have a 1 in 5 chance to get a, a legendary fruit. Which is, a Logia. Or Zushi, but we'll get to that later. Wait, is there 5? No, yeah, well, 5, legendaries, not 5 Logias. I think there's, yeah, there is. Oh my god, there's 6. There's 6 legendaries, 5 Logias. Sorry, I'm going brain dead right now. Anyways, you have a 1 in 5 chance to get one of these, right? To get a Merrell, it's 1 in 3. You have a 26% chance to get a Merrell. You have a 4% chance to get one of these. Every single aspect, Logia is harder to get, even a Mera or a High. So anybody that says otherwise is wrong. I'm just saying this. You guys are all wrong. I'm not even going to say I think it's wrong. I believe it's wrong. No, I know it's 100% wrong. So don't even, guys. If you guys say it in chat, I'm just going to be mad because it really isn't. But anyways, getting off that topic, these two Logias right here are worth the bottom tier Logias. You can trade both of these for a higher tier Logia. That's why I'm going to put them a little bit higher. You might be able to trade one of these for a higher tier Logia depending on how much that person wants that Logia. So if somebody really wants a Mera, you might be able to get a Magu for it. But that's pretty much how it works. So above that are the 3 main Logias. So I'm going to put them all in the same, well, no. Man, I wish there was something above S, because I can't put anything above S, so I would just explain a little bit after this. Let's put a Goro here. Goro, let's put, Pika. Well, I guess I'll put a Magu here as well. So, I'm kind of iffy on Magu in trading, because people people that have a Pika or a Goro want to trade, like, let's say, I'll copy somebody in chat. They'll say, hey, I want a Pika plus a Magu, or sorry, reverse that. I'm trading a Pika for a Magu plus a Mera. So they want a Magu or a Mera, or a Magu and a high for a Pika or a Goro, because Magu is in the lower tier of the Logias, but I don't believe that. They are still really good. The top 3 are still really good. I'd say Magu is probably the lowest of them all, but I'd still rank it as an A tier because they are still the main 3. And a Magu is definitely better than a Mera or a high. So I'm just going to rank it there. It's closer to being an A tier than a B tier. That's why I put it to A tier. Now, to Zushi and Tori. I really don't understand Gravity. I really don't understand why people think it's so high, so I'm going to put these both at S tier. I really don't understand it. But I'm just going to go with the trading aspect of it. I know it's good. So I'm just gonna say that I think a Zushi is an S tier is only because it amplifies stuff. Like if you have a gravity blade, or if you have the hoverboard, you know, that kind of stuff. I know you can do an infinite combo with the gravity blade, and it is brain dead in PvP. It's unfair. So I don't know if he's gonna nerf it soon or not. I have no clue. I haven't really seen many people with Zushi, so I can't really make a statement on that. But just everything right now with it, it's also a legendary, so it's the same rarity as a Logia, as one of these, but since you can do more with it than the other Logias, what's the word? Well, anyways, I can't think of the word right now, but you can do more stuff with it than you can with any other Logia. That's a A tier, so that's why I'm putting it as an S tier. And then good old Phoenix Fruit. This one's a mythical, so you have a 0.5% of a chance to be able to get it. So I'm putting this one at S tier. As well as I don't understand. This is so ridiculous. I've seen so many people ask for 5 Logias. Like they want every single Logia that you can get and trade it for a Tori. And people have done it. I don't understand that. I don't believe that. I think that's really ridiculous. So what I think a Zushi and Tori is worth, because it's the same tier, I think a Zushi is worth, 2 main Logias. I think it's worth 2 main Logias, or maybe a main Logia and a Mera or a high. So like a Pika or a high, a Magu or a high, you know, etc. I think it might be worth that if, once it gets like maybe a debuff or something, maybe later on the game when, you know, it's when other fruits come out. But at the moment, right now, I think it's worth 2 main Logias. So maybe a Pika or Goro, Pika, Magu, Magu, Goro, you know, etc. And then a Tori is worth 3. I think it's worth 3 because it's a mythical. It's higher than Zushi. It has extremely high survivability. Like you can survive really well with it. It's the only really support fruit in the game. Berry is a support fruit, but I'd say it's more support than berry. I don't want to really call berry a support because, like, who even supports people with berry? I never see anybody do it. They always try to go on the offense with it. So you gotta go support with Phoenix. I mean, you got to. I mean, it's got healing and stuff. So I'm gonna rate that at S tier. So this is my whole list right now. I'm gonna go through it one more time. So Suke is definitely F tier. Max Pelly and Berry are E tier. Man, I can't even think. Max Bounty, Merrell, and Bomu are D tier. There aren't really no C tiers at the moment. Maybe Sand will go here? I'm not sure. I don't know when Sand's gonna come out. Well, I know it's coming out in Update 3, but I don't know when Update 3 is coming out. High, Mera, B tier. All the main Logias, Goro, Pika, Magu, A tier, then Tori and Zushi are S tier. And I guess I'll tell you guys what I would trade. So of course, you're always gonna try to get the lowest you can. You're always gonna try to get the best offer you can by giving the lowest you can possibly go. I understand that, but these are the base. Of course, in a giveaway, you can get a free Logia. That doesn't mean that a Logia is worth an F tier now since you can get it for free. So many people tell me that. That's not how trading works. I think this is the base price for it, then you can go off of this. You know how somebody says, hey, give me an offer. this is the offer that you'd start out with. Then you can negotiate from there. So what I would trade, like, I see a lot of people trying to get a Merrell in here, so I'm going to go with the Merrell first. What I'd say a Merrell is worth, I think a Bomu, a Berry, maybe some Pelly is worth a Merrell. Belly and Bounty is worth a Merrell. I traded my friend, for a Merrell. I traded him, I believe, I mentioned it in my other video. It was like 150,000 Pelly and like 6k Bounty. I think pretty close to that. So I traded that for a Merrell. He was absolutely fine with it. He thought it was a great deal. So I did that. You can also trade this, a little bit of Pelly. That's good. 2k isn't worth anything, so you can't do that. If you want Bounty is worth Belly. I haven't seen anybody trade a fruit for Bounty, so I'd say that's Pelly. I'd say Bounty is worth maybe 10 to 25,000 per 1,000 Bounty. That's that. I really don't think a Logia is worth any of the rares. I'm gonna just be honest. I really don't think it is. Logias are so freaking hard to get. I've been grinding since the game came out. I got after a week the game came out of just non-stop grinding ship farming. I got a Logia. I finally got a Pika. I never got any rares. I just got a Pika, and I was happy with that. From then on until I don't know when it was, maybe 3 weeks ago, I got a Pika again, and then I got scanned out of it. But it took me that long. It took me months upon months upon months to get a freaking Logia. Not even a Merrell high, just a Logia. Just one Logia. I got a bunch of rares and stuff. I got a ton of rares. I got a ton of Suke's, and not even a Logia. So you can throw all the rares you got in the world at me. I would never trade even a Merrell or a high for one. Even if the price plummeted to a D tier, I still wouldn't do it. They are just so freaking hard to get. I don't think it's worth it. Even if you trade a Suke, Max Pelly, a Berry, a Bomu, a Merrell, and Max Bounty, I still wouldn't trade it. Nah, I wouldn't do it. It's just so hard to get a Logia in this game. I hope I made that clear. But anyways, Logias are just hard to get. That's why. Pika, Magu, and Goro. So Magu is definitely the lowest priced of the main Logias, hands down. You cannot argue with me. Magu is definitely the lowest. If anybody argues with me, they're brain dead. Seriously, it is definitely the lowest. I'd say Pika is higher than Goro because of demand. I've seen way more people with Goro than Pika. If I sit in like the trading channel, I'm like, hey, trading Pika, does anybody have any offers? I'd only get Goros and Magus. And then I traded my Pika for a Goro, and there was no Pika users there was literally none. So I'm just saying, based off my experience, Pika's number 1, Goro's number 2, Magu's number 3. Now, getting off that, a Mera and a high would probably trade for a Magu. Now me, I wouldn't trade it for a Pika. I do not think it's worth it at all for a Pika. For a Magu, maybe for a Magu, but that's a definite maybe. Like, if one of these two got a buff and their worth increased, maybe, but I'm kind of iffy on that. That's kind of like, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't do it myself, but you guys do you. For a Goro, heck no. For a Pika, heck no. And then, well, if you added one of these with a bunch of rares, you might be able to get a Magu. Me personally, you would have to add every single rare. I don't know about. Probably every single rare, probably Max Pelly, maybe 15k bounty, a Mera and a high to trade for a Magu. That's me. I know that might be overpriced in one of your guys' eyes, but once you get a Logia, you will learn how hard it is to get one. You want every single thing you can get for it. So I might be overpricing a bit in your guys' eyes, but to me, I'm not. And then for a Zushi, I just say 2 of the main Logias. I'd say, I guess I'd just say Magu, Pika, or a Goro and a Pika. Of course you'd want to get a Goro and a Pika. Of course you want to, since these guys are way more priced than a Magu. But I'd say any of these two are fine. Some people will ask Pika, Magu, and Mera. Don't do it. If you guys have a Zushi and somebody's asking for a Pika, Magu, and Mera, just don't. Just block the kid and just go away. He's just gonna keep spamming you until you give it to him. It's not worth that. And then a Tori is just worth all 3. I don't think any more, any less. I mean, if you can get it for less, props to you, dude. But I don't think it's worth any more than that, because that is way overpriced. I seen this one kid trade every single Logia there is for a freaking and a Tori for a what is it a Tori, or every single Logia plus a Zushi for a Tori. That's what I meant. So when I say you can trade a Zushi and any of these main Logias for a a Tori. Man, I can't think today, because this one's just worth 2 Logias. That's why I'm saying it. So a Zushi and maybe a Pika, boop. Or maybe you might even be able to get a Zushi for a Tori. Somebody might want Zushi that badly. You might even be able to do that. I'd say that's an alright deal. I mean, of course you're getting lowballed, but I'd say it's still better than some of the other trades I've seen on there. But man, this video has been going on for like 20 something minutes now. Holy crap. Anyways, guys, if you guys made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. I know some of you guys might not understand what I was trying to explain. I apologize for that. Sometimes I talk fast, sometimes I stutter, sometimes I don't get the thing I'm trying to talk out. So, geez, it's kind of hard to explain sometimes. But this is pretty much what I was trying to explain here. The tier list of worth. Basically, what I'm talking about is the trading channel in Discord. If you're trying to trade a berry, this is what you can get for it. I already explained all of it. I'm not going through it again. I'm not making this video longer than it needs to be. If you guys want to look at this tier list or make your own, just search this up on tiermaker.com, and then you guys can find it. I'm going to save it and upload it so you guys can see it as well. Maybe edit it to your own. Make a video about your own, what you guys think it's worth. This is my Twitter down here. You guys can follow it if you want. I probably will not post anything for like 3 years. So I haven't even posted like anything at all. So if you guys follow me on here, do not expect anything. Look, I got 2 followers. Yo, let's go. Probably just my alt account's not gonna lie. Anyways, guys, if you guys have any like other things to say, like, hey, that's not worth that. Hey, you're underballing that. Hey, blah blah. If you guys have anything to say like that kind of nature, just comment down below. I'll respond to you. We can have a conversation of what you guys think is what, that kind of stuff. But I want to end this video. It's been on too long, and I'm pretty tired. It's later in the day. What time is it, anyways? It is 6:22 p.m. Look at this. It is. Oh, I can't do it in full screen mode. But it's 6:22. I don't know when this is gonna be out. Probably later in the day, or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I'm tired. So I'll see you guys. Peace out.